This episode of the Still Unnamed podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/TSUP.
And now, it's the Still Unnamed podcast with your hosts, Pete and Mark.
Hey kids, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Still Unnamed podcast. I'm Pete Salas along with
Mark. We could be heroes. Rodriguez.
What song is that?
Moulin Rouge.
Oh,
Alyssa had it in the van, and I was like, yeah.
God, you guys really do cruise to like show tunes and shit,
we
right?
sing. We have the windows up.
You are
though.
a theatrical family.
Yeah, we love
if
it.
I've ever heard or seen one.
As soon as I finished hearing that song, I was like, God, I want to watch that again.
Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge.
Wow, you're a big Baz Luhrmann fan?
Is that,
That's the director, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I am a fan of his.
So you're a fan of Romeo and Juliet?
Romeo and Juliet. Those are the only two that I know that he's done.
He did something, it's like Strictly Ballroom was his too, and then, he did Gatsby.
Oh.
Yeah, the latest
yeah.
one. Yeah. So that was
I
full
like the style, actually, to be quite honest.
It's very flamboyant. It's very flamboyant.
Okay, it is. But I like the way it moves really fast and it's kind of ridiculous. And then it's like, hey, let's...
Yeah, that does fit your style anyway.
Flamboyant and fast.
Welcome back to the show. It has been a while, and we're back.
We're back.
We are back. I've taken some time off. I had to reflect on the last episode. Did you listen to the last episode?
It was a great episode.
Thank you so much for saying that. I got a lot of positive feedback on that one.
I'm sure you did.
I am, of course, referring to the last episode called With or Without Lou, and it was an episode where myself and Jamie sat down and told a story of our fun-filled weekend hanging out with this guy right here, the Incredible Hulk.
Bam.
And it was, yes, I bought that after I met him. I have gone on a Incredible Hulk binge of all things big green. You know what I'm saying?
Is that why you gave me a cucumber?
I did give you a cucumber for your birthday, which happy birthday coming up. Is this going to drop during? No, it'll be the week of your birthday.
Yeah.
So technically, yeah. So happy birthday.
Thank you.
From the Still Unnamed podcast, Mark.
Wow, this is great. 2 years in a row.
Yep. Like I was saying, dude, there has been so much happening that we had to sit down and we had to catch up. So, Mark, what is happening?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Well,
how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
What's happening?
A lot.
Like
Life is happening. I got engaged.
Yeah, you did.
I got freaking engaged.
That's like a big deal.
It's a big deal. I've never been this nervous and excited and terrified and shit my pants ecstatic at the same time.
Well, I like Jamie. She seems like she's not going to be a bridezilla.
No, I hope not. No, I don't think so. She's not. She's not very high maintenance. I've told her that before.
Do you guys have any themes? Are you going to do a thing, or are you just going to do what Alyssa and I did and just go to the...
No, we're gonna have a proper,
we had a
wedding and
whoa.
No, I didn't mean proper wedding like that. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna try and go all out, but like on a budge.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with a low key, toned down wedding, which is kind of what we're looking for. But
intimate.
And this is actually it's a good segue because. I haven't actually asked you, would you be part of my wedding?
Oh my God, yes. I'm going to be a Chamberlain.
Is that what it's called? I don't think that's what it's called in a wedding. Have you ever been a Chamberlain?
I was a Chamberlain several times. I was the dopest Chamberlain.
Were you? What does that entail?
You got to help in the dance. Mm-hmm. You gotta dance with one of the chambermaids. I don't know what they're called.
Chambermaids? Is that what they're called?
I don't know what they're called. I know what I was called.
Okay.
But yeah.
The damas, if you will?
I think it was. No.
That's really Mexican though. Yeah. Like really Valley. All right. Well, okay. Sorry for that interruption. Sorry for that interruption. What were we saying? Chamberlains.
Chamberlain?
Yes. I don't think that that's what it's called in a wedding. I think you're not an usher. You're like a groomsman. You're a groomsman.
Usher?
No. You're a groomsman is what you are.
Oh!
No, you're not usher. You don't look like a turtle.
Let it burn.
Is that what he says?
Let it burn.
I don't know anything
Gotta
about
let it
him.
burn. Deep down, you know it's bad for yourself, but you hate the thought of being with someone else, but you know that it's over.
Okay, you're out of the wedding.
Oh, no!
This is how you're going to behave.
No, I'll behave. I'm a groomsman.
Yes, I'd like for you to be one of my one of those men who stand up there with me
Yeah,
in a tuxedo.
There. I'll catch you.
Yeah, catch me if I fall. Mm-hmm. Okay, I hope not. But thank you.
Yeah, what if you pass out because you're so happy,
dude? You know what? Like that's not out of the realm of possibilities.
Like Lord brace me.
I swear to God. You missed my birthday party because you're an asshole, and
because I was working, I was providing.
You're an
Someone's
asshole.
got to pay for this wedding.
I'm gonna go with asshole, but you weren't there, and one of the it was a pretty nice little shindig that got thrown together for me.
I heard it ended at 10, so it was crazy.
9:45 to 10. But the girls were kind of screwing around a little bit, and one of them grabbed like a green tablecloth, and they put it on Jamie's head, and they handed her something to hold.
Oh no!
And she kind of like walked slowly, and the other one was like humming the dun 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 dun.
Oh,
dude, I got misty eyed.
I'm about to.
I was like, oh my God,
this is so real.
It freaked me out, and it was so beautiful, and it kind of made me cry a little bit. And that's
wow.
That's another installment of Pete the Pussy.
If you don't want someone to not cry, then maybe I should be a groomsman. Because I'm gonna bawl.
You're a ballin' little babbling brook.
So yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much what has encapsulated and taken over my life is prepping for this wedding that's gonna happen in a couple months. And it's nuts, dude. It's crazy. Like I never thought I'd be in this position, I guess.
Yeah. This place in life.
Right. And it's like it's another one of those milestones that like people, not everyone gets to experience, and that's a shame because like before all this I was like marriage, bah. But like now that I'm in it, I'm in the thick of it, if you will. I'm like, marriage, yeah, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I fucking love you.
Yeah.
I want it to be difficult for you to leave me.
Right. That is the point. So what else is going on?
With me, I'm looking into investing stuff.
Investing?
Yeah.
What are you investing?
Just different things. Foreign exchange, mostly.
Foreign exchange?
Options.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about, I'm thinking about going into investing and stuff because a friend of mine earlier this year.
Like a career change or just
not a career change, just bring in some extra revenue.
Okay.
But a friend of mine, he was
excuse me.
He was like earlier in the year, like January, he came in and he was like on his phone constantly. He's a type of guy that rarely was on his phone. So we kind of found it odd, and he's like, I just made $90. And he's one of those quiet people, so that's how he said it.
Right.
He's like, oh, I just made $90. And we're like, what?
Right.
And as it turns out, he has he's involved with a broker, and they're doing binary options, foreign exchange. Essentially, I'm going to try to break it down as quickly and as unboring as possible. Foreign exchange.
Too late. You see how that feels?
I've never done that ever.
You're oh my God. Okay, never mind. Go on.
You try to make a lot of money selling money.
Okay.
For instance, the euro is this much against the dollar. And so you're saying, yeah, I'm going to say that it's going to be worth more in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to buy it at this much, and then I'm going to sell it in 10 minutes to make a profit.
So you're wagering against your own country. That's called treason, sir.
No,
Yes.
I never said that was just an example, but yes, I would be betting against the US dollar, USD as we call it.
USD.
USD's nuts.
That's funny. That's what my USB drive's called. It's called USB's nuts. Yep. Jamie named that.
She's fun, dude. She's so funny.
Thank you.
Like-
Yes, she is. She's a funny lady.
Funny gal.
Funny gal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she is. That's part of why I'm marrying her. you
Yeah,
know?
dude.
She's very funny. She gets me.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Why would you want someone that's boring?
Right.
That's what I got. Just kidding.
Oh.
Waka waka. I'm sleeping on the couch.
Yes. Well, at least next Wednesday you are. I mean, tomorrow.
Oh, because this is live.
Right. Yeah, no, I had fun yesterday. Speaking of which, we hung out at your house last
Yeah.
night. You had us over. We played Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, that was our first shindig that we had at our house.
Right. Since you guys moved in, I was very happy to be invited. We were very happy to be invited. Had some chicken tenders. Ate like a 5-year-old, really. And I mean, but it was delicious. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, this is what happened. Baby brother had been just hounding me on saying, why haven't I been over to your house? Why haven't I been over to your house?
Right.
The last time I was at your house, I helped move a bed and I've never been back. And he was right. And that's because kind of we're hermits. We don't really do too much. But I told him, you know what? This coming weekend, I will invite you over and you can bring the girls and the wife and everybody and we'll have a little thing.
Right.
And then I had already said, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And then we were cleaning out the fridge and we had 2 tubs of mashed potatoes that needed to be gone today. Mm-hmm. So we said, yeah, let's do a thing and get rid of all this mashed potatoes and invite people over.
Okay. So that's really what it was to help clear out your fridge.
Yeah, they're starving kids in Africa.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Well,
which reminds me, we have some other food that's going to go bad.
awesome.
So possibly this weekend too.
For those of you who have never played Cards Against Humanity, it is quite possibly the worst game ever created. Worst in the sense of its what would you call it? The aspect, the
It's very dark.
it's a dark humor game.
Very dark.
Very fun. I don't mean worst as bad. I mean worst as like, Jesus, that's terrible.
Not a game you want to play with your grandmother.
No, I need to wash my soul after I play it.
Oh, it's dirty.
It's really fun though. So
it's so fun
You
and
guys
funny.
should really check it out. It's a fun ass game, and it really gives you an insight to the psyche of the people that are sitting at that table.
Yeah.
Like how dark they can get, how depraved they can get. You know who seems like would be awesome at that game? The gang of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Dude, I was just watching it today.
I think that would be awesome to see them playing in character. You know what I mean? Like that would be hilarious.
Have you seen this season?
I have. I'm caught up.
We just finished watching the episode for St. Patrick's Day
Okay.
when they just kidnap and rob a bunch of people
the ice cream truck or whatever.
in the paddy wagon.
Paddy wagon. Yep, that's a good
Gosh,
episode.
man, that show is so great. And then Matt
is.
goes to the rainbow.
Good stuff. What else has happened? There's been a lot. I mean, we haven't.
Do you ever have so much to talk about that
Yes.
you can't just grasp at one?
You know what would help is like notes, but like we didn't ever write fucking notes
Notes
ever.
are for amateurs, and that's how we are. We're quick-witted. Let me open up Conversation Starters app.
Right. So I'll vamp for a minute. Well, 2016 has been awesome in many aspects, but has also sucked if you're a celebrity, like an older celebrity,
Right?
or an older, pop culture figure or something like that. Prince died. Did we talk about that?
Yeah.
Did he? Wait, he died before the last episode.
Yes, because you said that you didn't care and you were a Michael Jackson guy.
That's right. Okay. Well, I mean, after Prince, Muhammad Ali just died.
Yeah.
And that, if anybody was an icon of the 60s and 70s of athletics, it was him.
Yeah.
So It's funny, like I know of Muhammad Ali. This is how I learned of Muhammad Ali, and you may not know much about him or whatever. I really, quite frankly, don't know much about him, like his history. I'm not a boxing fan,
Neither am I.
traditionally, but I'm a Muhammad Ali fan in the sense that I appreciated the fact that he took a boring sport that was like just a traditional athletic competition, and he made a show out of it. Like he completely revamped the business.
Yeah.
He was the first one to bring in.
He made it entertaining.
Yeah, it was a spectacle. He became like the first bad guy. Like he actually took if I remember correctly, an old interview, he was a big fan of wrestling in the 50s and 60s, and he was a big fan of Gorgeous George, who was the very first bad guy in wrestling, like a heel, yes, a character heel that purposely said things to enrage the crowd to get them to buy more tickets. Yeah. And it's a simple concept that was created back in the day, and no one had used it in boxing until Muhammad Ali decided to, you know what? I'm not just going to say like, well, I mean, I got a competition coming up, and
we're going to do our best.
He just said, you know what? Fuck you. I'm the greatest.
And he was.
And he kicked his ass. He backed it up.
He was so good.
So rest in peace, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, he was a great man.
Yep. So anyway, conversation starter.
If you had one motto to live by, what would it be?
I am the greatest.
That's too soon.
Okay, well, you asked me.
No, it's really, do you think you're the greatest?
No, I'm not the greatest. Okay. I'm not the greatest at anything. The one motto to live by.
I think I have mine.
Okay, what's yours?
I think it's the golden rule, which is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So
you very much subscribe to that belief.
Yes, absolutely, wholeheartedly.
Okay.
I try to treat people as I would like to be treated, essentially, yeah.
Okay.
I just think that's the way the world should be.
Is that something that you impart onto your children?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Your kids are very polite. I mean, they're kids, so they have their moments of being, jerks, but they're for the most part, they're some of the, Harley especially is one of the most polite little girls I've ever met.
Thank you. She's
only what, 4?
Yeah. She can be a handful of times. She's very emotional.
She's very dramatic.
Her dad.
She's very flamboyantly dramatic and emotional. Yep. But no, man. God, I can't think of a motto that I would live by. There's so many that like I joke whenever I say something like that, so they're all getting caught in my head, and I can't.
Let me throw some at you. Hang in there, baby. There's the cat one.
Keep on trucking.
Once a cat died for being curious.
What?
Curiosity killed the cat.
Shit happens.
Right. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Right.
Don't count your eggs before they hatch.
Okay.
Fucking pick one.
I don't know.
Shit. I don't know.
Some will win, some will lose. Some were born to sing the blues.
That's a good motto.
Okay. There you go. That's mine.
And how does that speak to you?
I don't think I'm a big fan of Journey.
If you were allowed choose only 3 toppings to go on a pizza, what would you want?
Does cheese count, or is that a given?
I think that's a given.
Okay. Well, then I would say I need the basics. I need pepperoni mushroom.
Okay.
And I'm going to go kind of crazy on this one. Anchovies.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you had? I mean, of course you have to.
Yes, I have, and they're delicious.
Do you like? Because I know Alyssa tells me she used to love anchovies. She would just eat them with her grandpa.
No, those are sardines.
What the fuck? It's the same fucking thing to me.
It's not the same
Tiny
thing.
fish.
Yes, but sardines are like tiny little like slimy fish.
Okay.
They're like wiggly.
Okay.
And anchovies are like they're almost like dried, almost like jerky. It's almost like fish jerky. So it's like dry, and it's sometimes it's kind of flaky,
smoky.
I guess I don't know. It's very salty, and I think I like that.
Really?
I mean,
when was the last time you had an anchovy on your pizza?
Like last week.
Really?
Yeah, I went.
That doesn't seem like a common thing.
No, it is. It's good. I went
Well,
to...
no, like I know people order it. I've never met anyone.
Would you be willing to try it?
God, I mean, I'll try it.
We should order one now.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Fuck dinner. I just had dinner. It was very filling. We
no,
used some of
man,
the bread that you made. You brought me.
Hey, you're welcome.
You brought some bread like a dick.
Dude, I always bring... I cannot come empty-handed to a dinner party. So I brought a French bread, a cherry pie,
Yep.
and a cucumber.
That's for me.
A big one.
Yep. I was gonna bring it.
You should have.
I forgot.
You really should have.
I forgot a lot of stuff.
No, so did I, man. Like, I feel like there's so much that I've been wanting to talk to you about, and I don't know what to talk about now.
I
really should have made notes. God
we
damn it.
got like fucking 3 steps back on this podcast. I feel like we were the best that we've ever been in the last episode, and I'm bringing it. I'm just kidding.
I guess it's you.
What?
I'm just kidding.
You just overwhelmed me with that question. I'm frazzled. My 3 toppings would be pepperoni, bacon, and I don't know.
What kind of bacon? Canadian bacon?
Yes, Canadian bacon and bacon.
Okay, like breakfast bacon.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you call that? Is that American bacon?
I would just call it bacon.
Right. Because the reason I ask is, ironically, the last time I had anchovies was at a pizza place I went to with some of the coworkers there, and this lady ordered her little pizza, and she asked for bacon, and the waiter, it was very awkward. It wasn't purposely awkward, but it just seemed like out of the blue. He said, "Do you mean like breakfast bacon?" And she was like, "Yeah, like that's the bacon."
Yeah.
So he had to specify. So my question was, how many different types of bacon do they have back there? And if so, will they take me on a tour of that?
I want to go on the bacon tour.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I've only been aware of 2. You got breakfast bacon, Canadian bacon.
See, you just called it breakfast bacon, but that just seems
because that's
strange.
what you just called it.
I know that, but doesn't that seem strange? It doesn't roll off the tongue very easily.
No, I just call it bacon because it's kind of like saying Band-Aid.
As opposed to
that,
what?
It's called an adhesive strip.
Yeah, I mean, that's its
Band-Aid
technical
is
term.
a brand.
Right, but everyone does that to like Xerox machine. Like, I need to make a Xerox of this. And not all copy machines are Xerox machines, you know?
Yeah.
But it's kind of like what we do. So when we say bacon, I think of traditional breakfast bacon. But I don't feel the need to specify I need breakfast bacon. Because if I want Canadian bacon, I'm going to ask for Canadian bacon.
Yeah.
Which essentially is ham. But, you know, that's beside the point. You know, it doesn't come from a Canadian pig, does it? They don't import. Do they import Canadian bacon?
No. I'm sure it's just the way it's made.
So then what's to keep them from just getting a slice of ham from the deli and calling it Canadian bacon?
A refined palate. You put that shit in your tongue and you're like, this is honey glazed ham. This shit ain't Canadian bacon.
Right. I don't know. Anyway, you know, I just said rolls off the tongue. You know what does not roll off the tongue for me? And I have a hard time saying it.
Fun dip.
Fun dip. No, not fun dip. Fiancé.
Fiance.
Yes, there's been occasions where I've had to refer to Jamie as my fiancé, and it just does. I can't
like
say it.
saying fiancé.
I still say girlfriend, and like my friend Caesar, he's a real dick. He tends to like throw it in my face all the time. Like whenever you know, I've had to tell the story about the Lou Ferrigno and everything, a couple of different lunch occasions, and I said, well, you know, me and my girlfriend, and he'd stop me and he'd say like, don't you mean fiancé? And I'm like, yes, I do mean fiancé, but like I can't bring myself to say it. It's hard to say.
I'm that dick to a friend of mine who also has a fiancé.
And do you remind him that?
Yeah, I'll
she's
tell
no
him. I'm
longer
like,
his
that's your
girlfriend?
fiancé. Because I don't know, just correct him. Because that's the way friends are. They're just dicks.
Right, I guess so. When did that de-evolution happen in friendships where like, I'm assuming back in the day, friends were like, they were there. They were practically your brothers. They were there for you when you needed them, to listen to you, to help you move something, and then they went home. But at what point did friends become like buddies that like, ribbed
like,
you?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Choke on a dick.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm going to bring you a cucumber and imply that you're gay in front of an audience of over a dozen people.
including children. Well, that's what I am. I am a dick, but I'm your friend. But that's what I'm asking. Like, when did that happen? When did that become socially acceptable to treat another human being like a jerk, but do it in a way where it's implied that you like them?
I think this is my thoughts on the subject.
Yes.
You are not a friend until you're a dick. Until that point, you are perhaps an acquaintance, perhaps a coworker.
Okay.
Until you're a dick, then that's when you guys test the boundaries, whether you're going to be like, hey, I'm offended, or, hey.
Yeah. No, I got you. That makes sense. I've never really thought of that. Like, you have to break the dick threshold.
Wow, that's real sexy.
You have to burst through
just
that.
Fucking bound through that wall.
Right. And, that's when you've officially become a friend. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But I guess what I'm asking is that's a relatively new concept, right? I don't assume, like, my grandfather and his friends were assholes to each other. Were they?
I'm sure they were.
Were they? I would have loved to have seen that, of like what a 1940s friendship was like. Because, you see it in movies, and it's like, morning, Tom, morning, Bill. And it's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. How about that weather? that whole shit. And
I would say that's neighborly.
Yeah, but that's what friends were, weren't they? They were just neighbors, really. Or did we bring home our work coworkers into our home to become our friends? I'm getting a little far out there with this question.
I'm thinking that, I don't know. Well, because like in TV, you would bring your boss over if you wanted a promotion. That never meant you were a friend.
Right, that's true. That's an old TV like plot point that they would use a lot. And
that was never because, oh, my boss is my friend. That's like, I want something out of you.
Right.
That promotion. Right. I'll do anything.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I was just thinking about that.
We need to go deep into this friendship.
We need to find an old man and see what he hung out and what he did with his friends.
I'm an old man.
So I feel like an old man, but don't even get me started on that.
I started running because I'm kind of not as healthy as I used to be. Mm-hmm. And my knees, man.
Really?
Like, they don't hurt, but I just feel like fuck.
How old are you turning?
I'm going to be 29.
29?
Yeah, the big 29.
Jesus Christ, I just turned 34 last week.
Wow, dude. We're Geminis.
That sucked.
Deuces.
Wait, you're a Gemini too?
Yeah.
I thought you fell into the Cancer.
No, my brother is Cancer.
So is Jamie.
What a bunch of turds.
Right?
How do you feel about the whole...
Be a Gemini or get off the pot. I don't know.
I like being a Gemini. Like, I feel like, okay, astronomy and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Astronomy? Astrology and all that stuff.
Right.
I don't know. I just feel like Gemini kind of fits me.
Well, see, that kind of goes against what I'm saying, because I don't think that you and I, our sense of humor is, I'm going to say 75% on point with each other, but like we don't act the same way.
No, we do not.
And we don't kind of believe the same things.
Nope.
But yet we fall under the same astrological sign.
I know.
So that's...
But I mean, and that's the way astrology is. Mm-hmm. It keeps it as vague as possible for everyone to say, yeah, that's me.
Right. Yeah, that's true. It's very open-ended.
But like Geminis, for those who don't know, they're the twins, mm-hmm. and they're kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. A single person can be on the opposite end of the spectrum at the same time. Uh-huh. And I feel that suits me. So maybe you're just a shitty Gemini. Or do you think it suits you also?
Well, no. What I would say is you can go fuck yourself, because I'm the best Gemini.
I'll fucking Gemini you off right now.
Excuse me? It's a Gemini the shit out of your ass.
Your asshole ain't even know what's going to happen.
What?
Gemini. I hope your dad walks in.
Yeah, take it. I don't even know. Yeah, we're both Geminis, and
And I'm the best.
So, another point that I had to hit is if you guys, what'd you think of that intro?
It was really good, right?
You haven't seen it yet, but you're
Oh,
pretending.
you motherfucker, dude. I was trying to sell it to them.
All right. Well, the point being is you don't have to see the intro to know that our good buddy Tony Saavedra came through with us for us, and he turned us into fucking comic book characters.
It looks so good.
What do you think?
It looks so good. I just said it.
I know, right? It blew my mind. I watched him. You were watching?
I
right?
watched the stream.
Okay.
He did a stream.
He did a live stream as he was creating
That's what I was
us.
fucking saying, Pete.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you say it.
No, you say it.
You're the owner of this podcast.
You're the Gemini king.
Yeah, damn right. Deuce is wild.
Oh, God.
Wild card. Did I pop your mic?
A little bit.
I popped my mic too.
Ow.
Wild card.
Yes, Tony Saavedra. He is a very, very talented artist, and he's going to be on the show at some point coming up. We tried to get him that first weekend after the last episode.
Yeah.
But the last 2 weekends he's been at Comic Cons. One was in Houston, one was in Dallas this weekend. So he's a busy dude. That's how he makes his living. He feeds his child by making, commissions and drawings and paintings and shit, and he sells them, and he's excellent at it. And
So good, dude.
He did us the favor of creating and turning us into comic book characters, and it is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life.
It's so good, man. I'm sure you've seen it already. I haven't seen it, but I've seen the work.
Right.
And just watching him do it, he's pure talent.
Right. I cannot be that focused. Like I was watching him because like on the live stream, he had like the full screen of what he was doing. And then on the side, there was a camera on him so that you could see, like you saw him sit back and ponder and like look at it. And like, he was just kind of like, what's next? And he'd go in and he'd draw something and he'd take away like some shading. And it was like digital artwork is like really impressive to me. I mean, not that regular artwork isn't impressive. I think that's pretty cool too.
Van Gogh can suck a dick.
Now, come on. He had to pave the way, but
I'm actually a really huge fan.
digital artwork is very, very, I mean, just artwork in general. I wish that I had artistic ability. I have none, but
When I was watching it, it's the really cool thing about watching him do it live is you're like, man, that looks really good. And you think he's done.
Right.
And then he keeps on doing more and you're like, wow, that's really good.
Right.
Like he made pants. Like when he made the pants, I was just like, how is he doing so good on pants? Cause like he made pants and then like, it's just simple, boom, they're blue color pants. I was like, damn, those are some nice looking pants.
Right.
And then he starts shading it in.
right.
And then he put the shading in and I'm like, damn, those are pants. But
Right.
then on top of the shading, he also put highlights.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, those pants.
Right.
I think he was working on my pants at the time.
He was working on your pants, and I saw a little pants tent going up on as you
Hell
were
yeah,
watching.
dude.
But like, no, I know what you're saying. He sent me the Photoshop, the PSD for those in the industry. He sent me the PSD of it, so I saw all the layers that he had to create it, and he did that for me so that I could, kind of dissect
Manipulate
it
it
and
if
make
you
it
need
into
to.
the intro. But dude, I have never seen that many layers upon layers with subfolders, and just I got lost there for a second. And it was funny, like I was clicking. I kind of know Photoshop. Okay,
Yeah.
You have to know Photoshop a little bit to do what I do. I'm not by any means a master at it. So I clicked something and everything went away, and I was like,
Oh,
"Oh
no.
my god, what did I do?" So I had to like close it and put "No, I will not save this," just to make sure that I didn't screw it up.
Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
I don't know. It's very impressive, and
Yeah.
he's a very talented dude.
I hope
and
to have him on very soon.
Yes, so do I. So thank you, Tony, for that. That is a I can't even describe the feeling of being immortalized. That's what we were. We were immortalized.
We're on the internet now.
Yeah, in
Nothing
art.
goes away.
Right. We're on there forever. So anyway, I think this is a good place to wrap up this episode. Mm-hmm. So let's hit the music.
How did you do that?
Yeah.
You didn't even push a button.
I know. Want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for all the cards. Not the cards. No one said cards. But thank you for all the...
Against humanity.
Yes. Thank you for all the emails and the notes and the messages and everything to let us know that you still appreciate us and that you guys really enjoyed that last episode. I enjoyed, being there and making that episode and sharing just a part of my life with you guys. And as we do, or try to do every week, where we share a little bit of our lives with you. Thank you for coming back. Thank you, Mark. I just honestly want to...
You're welcome, Pete.
I just want to thank you for sticking with this, and you don't have the time. You don't really have the time to do this.
I know. I'm in stocks now. Much
like I don't have the time, but it's one of those things that we feel passionate about. So we're gonna do it whenever we can. And, so on behalf of myself, I'm Pete Salas, along with
Mark. We could be heroes forever and ever. Rodriguez.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Chico's Bail Bonds. And everyone out there, have yourselves a very, very happy Taco Tuesday.
Happy Taco Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.